Lovely. 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 Lovely.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Lovely. Lovely.
can kiss your ass goodbye.
Lovely. 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 Lovely.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
It's a pretty good upgrade actually for a ranged weapon.
Lovely. 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 Lovely.
Okay, yeah. What's the new melee? Hey, Sam, what's the new melee hunter buff? I I played Turtle WoW earlier. You know what I mean? I played Turtle WoW earlier today. I didn't see it. I mean, I just saw the talent tree was pretty cool. Like, crazy. Is that in the talent tree? Because I looked at the talent tree and it was crazy, dude. I mean, I've got a level 42 hardcore hunter there and a level 20 hardcore survival exhaustion hunter there. And it took me a while to set up my UI because it was just, oh, it was such a mess. I mean, I didn't think I was going to play Turtle WoW again, so I, at least not until 2.0. And so I had deleted my Turtle WoW folder with all my add-ons, all my I mean, everything was gone, man. Yeah. Is it here? Let me log out real quick. I closed the window. Let me open up. Are you talking? Is this in the Turtle WoW talent calculator? Because I need to bookmark this Turtle WoW talent calculator, by the way. Is this like new? Like is this like how new is this talent? Because I was okay, dude. This isn't even the right one. Actually, this is not the right one. Let me go back. This is not the right one. Okay, it's got to be the right one. I take that back. This has to be the right one. Yeah, it's just that I was in Druid. That's why. Yeah, I saw that, dude. I couldn't believe it. I mean, okay, Sam. I know Hunter like really well, like really well. Like I have a better grasp on the Hunter class than most people, right? So I understand like what changes, what kind of impact, these types of changes will have on the class. You know what I mean? So these changes that they have in here are crazy. Like, I mean, crazy. Like the melee hunter with the way it's set up here is going to be insanely strong. Okay, so I went ahead and took my level 20 Turtle WoW hunter, and I went ahead and I set up. Here's what I set up, right? So I went in here, we grabbed this, grabbed Cleave. So she was level 20. So all I had was up to here, right? I had up to here. I had swift reflexes, which is awesome. Parry 2%, attack speed plus 2%. I've got resourcefulness, which is great. 6% reduced mana cost of traps and melee, great. You do run out of mana fairly quickly, so this is a must. Brute Slaying, again, just crit damage and plus crit damage increase against everybody, basically. Savage Strike's, of course, awesome. 6% increased crit chance of Rapid Strike. The other thing that's crazy is actually, I need to get my character back to Stormwind. The other thing, let me do this real quick. I didn't get a chance to say goodbye to that. That person wanted to join my guild in WoW, which was crazy, right? Because my guild is just me, basically me and the other guy that comes to my stream. I'm just going to tell them that let me take this character to Stormwind real quick, and then I'll chat with you, Sam, and then we'll jump over into Turtle WoW too, and because I do want to set up my... Let's see, Darkshire. What do you mean? So you... Oh, for Melee Hunter? Oh yeah, dude, I can... I mean, I'm not saying it's the best, but I just have such a good grasp of Hunter. Because I've played it, especially in the last, like... Well, I've always played Hunter a lot. I mean, so it's been my second most played class next to Paladin. And I'm an OG Hunter, right? Like Hunter from in the original vanilla all the way through Wrath of the Lich King was pretty much my main. And I played because back in those days you didn't respec that much because well we didn't have dual spec. So I would literally level up characters, 1 to 60 just so I could have a different talent build. You know what I mean? So at one point in Burning Crusade I had 3 level 60 hunters just because I was I'd leveled them up so I could have each different talent tree. But anyways, yeah, no, I'll take a look. I'll put it in the Discord, but I want to go over to Turtle WoW and oh, and Sam, you were the one who wanted the macros, right? I know I put the macros in Discord, but they're like crazy. I know some of those are a little bit overwhelming, but I can go over the macros a little bit too, real quick. I supply only. It was a kind of a really good time for me to take a break from this character because I can get rest time. Leveling this character is really brutal. Oh, let me tell this guy I may be doing a bit of Turtle WoW. Nah, I'm not going to say that. Anyways, let's just get out of here. Does it provide its own macros? Really? That's, well, so really? Where let me Google that. I'm curious now because I'm curious how good they are. Okay, I see here. Yeah, see, most of this stuff I know. This stuff I know. See, they provide all this, but Sam, I already knew all this. I've been doing this stuff for years. But there may be stuff in here I don't know, which is good. Auto self-cast replacement for skills. Yeah, I already knew that. Okay, I kind of knew that. Get spell ID. Yeah, I've did that for my hunter macros. Yeah, I already knew all this stuff, but this is good. It's good for other people, right? Certainly good for other people. But they also, the other thing too that they have in here, which is kind of cool, let me minimize, well, let's close this one, is they have a thing in here that shows the add-ons. Yeah, the warrior macros I put in the Discord, so let's see. So if you go to the Discord here, yeah, I put a lot of stuff in here. All right. Now again, you have to have Super Macro installed to do these, and also Super Macro, for whatever reason, and I've got to try to figure out what's going on, but I can't seem to get Super Macro macros that I've created in the Super Macro section to drag them down to my hotbar, which is really weird. Yeah, that's the new launcher. Have you not played it yet? Dude, this is the new launcher. Check it out. So this launcher even has an add-on section. There's also oh wait, this is where this is. I forgot they implemented the tweaks into the launcher. Remember the tweaks, like the Turtle WoW tweaks, used to be a separate. Oh, you've got the old game, dude. You need to reinstall. Just reinstall the new version. It's way better because the old version there was a tweaks exe that you would run that would patch the Turtle WoW exe and automatically add some of this stuff, like the field of view, the render distance. I don't know what this is. Fix the glitch where the camera skips to face a random direction. That's nice. Increase the maximum camera zoom in and out. Max is 100. Actually, let's go ahead and change this to 80, right? Yeah, just use this. This is where, and then it also, there's the always auto load on here. So let's go ahead and hit that. But it's also got this thing, which is here, continue. We want to save changes. Did we save changes? Let's see. Ooh, no, we didn't. Oh, we have to hit apply down here. And camera distance, let's move this up to 80. Let's hit apply. This is really cool. Their launcher is sweet. So everything's up to date. And then here it shows what add-ons I've installed. I've got Shagu tweaks, and I've got postal. Ring menu doesn't work. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Postal says missing location file, whatever. I haven't even tried postal yet because I don't know if my character can even use the mailbox because, well, the hardcore character can. I don't know. I haven't tried it yet. OCB casting bar. It says it's out of date, which is interesting but it works fine. Move anything out of date, but there's no updated version. So some of these it allowed me to update from right here. Like, let's see which ones. Like PF Quest and Shagu. Some of these, like the way when I installed them, it said they were out of date, and I just was able to click right here, and it was able to update them manually for me. But anyways, I don't have a lot of add-ons. Let's go ahead and play. Now, the one thing is the TurtleWall client is really crappy. I mean, and I don't know if it's just because it's I mean, I know a lot of it's because it's the 1.12 client, but it is really, and let's fire up exit lag. I wish I could get exit lag working with TurtleWall, but I don't think it is. Actually, you know what? No, let's not do it. Let's not do it to exit lag. Okay, so I went in earlier today and I set up my level 20 hunter, right? Which is exhaustion, slow and steady, hardcore, right? That's all the things she's running. So Sam, you haven't done a hunter yet? Is that what you're saying? You have not played a hunter yet on TurtleWall? Is that with this new system? I'm guessing that's what you're saying. There's no water. Oh, the rain in TurtleWall. The rain in Vanilla 1.12 is the best rain of any version of WoW, to be honest. And look at this amazing rain. Okay, so it took me a while to set up my UI, kind of similar to what it used to be. So this is what my UI normally looks like in TurtleWall. Okay. And here's the talent trees. What was I going to tell you? So okay, so this character is only level 20. She's got swift reflexes. She's got 3 out of 5 resourcefulness. She's got 3 out of 3 improved slaving, and she's got savage strikes 2 out of 2, and she's got carve, which is the AOE, but it's really crappy. It's like it does really weak. It's really weak damage. Would be good to give. I would say carve is good when you're probably fighting like more than 3 mobs, but less than 3, it's probably not really worth using. But here's the thing. Here's the thing they did with hunters is this. Mongoose Bite no longer requires the enemy to, I think, have dodged your attack. Or I can't remember if they have to dodge or you have to parry, one or the other. But it no longer has any kind of requirement. So Mongoose Bite is just a regular melee ability now that can be used anytime it's off cooldown. So now your rotation is going to be Raptor Strike, Mongoose Bite, and then, of course, I wouldn't waste your time with Carve, but these are such short cooldowns. Raptor Strike is only a 6-second cooldown, and Mongoose Bite is only a 5-second cooldown. So and Mongoose Bite hits super hard, like way harder. Like in regular vanilla World of Warcraft, Mongoose Bite hits, like if you've got like a really slow 2-hand weapon, Mongoose Bite might hit for like at this level, at level 20, it probably wouldn't hit for much. It'd probably hit for like, if you crit, maybe like 40 damage, maybe 50 damage, if you crit with a slow 2-hand weapon at this level, with that rank of Mongoose Bite, like rank 1. But this one here hits more than that. It actually hits harder than that. And that's with a crappy, like, fast weapon, right? So I can send my pet in, and all I do is I just go up and Raptor Strike, Mongoose Bite. I don't even have to bother using my traps, right? I didn't crit with anything. If I would have crit, this guy would have died much faster, much sooner. Let me see if the auto loot's working. Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. So here we can, let's go ahead and drop a trap. We'll send my guy in. We got 2 mobs here. Remember, this is a hardcore character. Alright, take this guy out. Mongoose Bite. Now, this Mongoose Bite's hitting pretty normal. 28 damage is about what you'd expect. But look at that one. That one was 59 damage. That's a lot at this level. Rank 1 Mongoose Bite hitting for that much with a crit at this level is really strong, actually. Okay, I'm going to get my pet. We have to go into interface and turn off target damage because it doesn't. This doesn't persist. If I turn off show target damage here, every time I reset the UI or log in, I have to do it again, which is really annoying. But okay, so these, like, this mob's level 21. I'm level 20. If I were to really want to kill a mob fast, all I would do is just do my normal, like, immolation trap, send my pet in, bring my pet back, typical melee hunter stuff, right? And this mob's going to die, you know, pretty quickly. Not that quickly, but he died quick enough. But the key is my pet doesn't take that much damage. I mean, your sustain's insane. Like, you know, now you do use a little bit of mana, but it's not as much as you would use in regular vanilla WoW. Like in regular vanilla WoW, if I was doing Mongoose Bite, Immolation Trap, and Rapid Strike, after that fight, I would have been way down around maybe 30% mana, and then my mana regen seems awfully quick. I don't know if it's just because I'm still pretty low level. Again, let's drop Immolation Trap. I'm not doing my hybrid build, right? Because I don't think we need to. And what I mean by that is I'm not doing my regular classic WoW hybrid where I use Serpent Sting. So I'm not really bothering to use any ranged abilities whatsoever. I'm just doing pure melee because of the talents, right? So let's go over the talents again, right? So just like right now, my character at level 20 is really strong. Like for a melee hunter, I'm very strong. Like I've got good damage, I've got good mana regen, right? So my uptime is going to be really good, and I don't even really need to don't even have to trap every fight because I just have plenty of DPS. It's not really a problem because we have access to Mongoose Bite every 5 seconds. So if we look at the talent tree. Oops. Got it again. Let me get a sound real quick. So yeah, so if he was going to play Warrior, yeah. I haven't looked at Warriors. I don't know what other classes are like. So go back to the talent tree. So obviously, you know, these talents... Let me wait till I log out here. I don't want my hardcore character to die. Even though, who knows if I'll forget this character 60, I don't know. Well, okay, so, I mean, I don't know what the Warrior's like. I don't know what changes are in Turtle WoW for other classes. I have no idea. You know, I haven't really looked at them. And if we duplicate this talent tree and we really quick just look at Warrior, you know, are there any major changes? This is all the same. This is different. Improved Intervene is different. That's new. Improved Taunt's new. Improved Revenge. This is at a different location than it normally is. Normally this would... Oh, no, normally I think it's here. Like, normally, like, if you were going to do... And then this is different because usually it's the top tree. Tactical... Okay, so this is interesting change. They're giving you access to Tactical Mastery off the bat, which is a really good change. That is going to allow you to stance sooner. So that's good. Let's see if the bottom trees are they the same. Concussive Blows. Oh, they changed this. This used to be... What was the max level one on current Classic WoW? I can't... What was it? God Christ. Oh, was it Shields? That slam ability? What, Shield Slam? Let me pull it up. Classic WoW. So we pull up Classic WoW. Let's do this. Okay, so yeah, it was Shield Slam, right? So Shield Slam is the vanilla, the Classic WoW, right? Is what it used to be. So this is Turtle WoW on the left. This is regular Classic WoW on the right. So you have access to Tactical Mastery sooner. Deflection's further down, so you're not going to have that right away. Improved, same. These are, none of these abilities are anything different. Improved Slam is new. Reduces the cast time and global cooldown. That's pretty useful. What is the casting... Because Slam takes a long time to cast. I think it's like 1.5 second cast time, maybe. So you could get your Slam to where it's really quick. So that's, again, that could be useful. This is new. Precision Cut increases damage done by done for extra rage spent. And causes execute to refund. Oh. Okay, that's pretty cool. Also, Master of Arms, another new talent. If you're using an axe, increases your chance to get a critical strike. Using a mace causes your attacks to ignore your armor. And you might have a percentage chance to... I mean, this is going to be cool too, though. I mean, this... The Warrior's going to... It looks pretty cool. This is another new talent here. Improved shouts. Increases the melee attack power bonus of your shouts. And yeah, so this makes your shouts better. Improved Whirlwind, another new talent. Reduces the cooldown. Blood Drinker, another new talent. Under the effect of Enraged, Death Wish, or Reckless, your critical strikes cause your next 5 melee attacks to heal you. I'm like not real excited about the one thing I'm seeing in some of these talent trees, and we see it in the Melee Hunter too. The Melee Hunter's got it with this ability right here, or where is it? This one, improved primal aspects. While aspect of the wolf is active, you're healed for 6% of your melee damage. Okay. So Turtle WoW is doing the creep. Like, they're doing the power creep. And what I mean by that is they're adding stuff into these talent trees that are making the classes really strong, and they're making the classes have self-healing. Now, while this seems cool, and it is cool, it is pushing the classes in Turtle WoW to be way more powerful, to have way more like solo play potential, and to it's going to make content easier. Okay, like I guarantee you, and I don't know unless they've changed the dungeons in Turtle WoW. What's going to happen is a lot of the content at 60 is going to become a lot more trivialized because the classes are so much stronger. So that is going to ruin the end game. You know, that's going to ruin the challenge of the end game. You know, so I personally don't. If I was going to do like a Classic Plus, I wouldn't do that. Like some of these changes, I wouldn't do. I certainly would not do healing for a warrior. I 100% would not do that. I probably wouldn't even do healing for. I would be really careful about some of these changes. Is what I'm saying. Is it's really going to change the landscape of how the content is consumed. You know, you got to keep in mind that Classic WoW as a game has been around forever. It's been, you know, it's been solved. Most people know where the dangers lie. Most people know the encounters, the dungeons, the raids. So it's already a very easy game at this point. So to go ahead and change the talent trees in such a way that classes are so much stronger to make the content even easier is going to make it more and more boring, so to speak. You know, because if it's super easy, then it's trivial. And if it's trivial, guess what? It's boring. So I'd be really careful with what they're doing with some of these talents. Like like the talent changes they've made for the Melee Hunter are good, but from what I'm seeing, they're going to turn out to be like way too powerful. And so look, when we go down the Melee Hunter tree and we see, especially this talent here is this is off the hook, right? So your Mongoose Bite and triggered fire traps now apply your highest rank of Serpent Sting for 20 or 40% of the duration. Serpent Stings applied this way ignore resistances and immunities. So it's like, that's crazy. I mean, that's like, because Serpent Sting does a lot of damage. When you have like a max rank Serpent Sting, I mean, that's a lot of damage. You know, like if we go into, well, we can't really do it here. But let's go into my level 42 Hunter. Let's just take a look at what a level 42 Hunter has as far as Serpent Sting, as far as how much damage does Serpent Sting do. This would be a lot easier to look at in the Classic client because I've got What's Training, so I could actually look at the max rank abilities with that add-on. But the biggest problem with Turtle WoW, and the reason I kind of stopped playing Turtle WoW, is it hasn't really gone away, and that's the fact that the client's really laggy, like really laggy. It's not smooth. Like I was playing earlier, and it was worse than I remembered. To be honest, it was worse than I remembered. So that was kind of disappointing. Yeah, let's just go into the, let's just go over here maybe. All right, so I wanted to look at the, let's go to Serpent Sting, right? So I've got rank 6 Serpent Sting at level 42, so there's probably like a rank 7 or maybe even a rank 8. So rank 6 Serpent Sting does 290 nature damage over 15 seconds. So they're saying that I'm going to do 40% of that. So what's 40% of this? Well, 10% would be 29. So you'd pay 30 times 4 is like, what, 120 minus 4, so 116. So you're going to do 116 damage, right? So if Stinging Nettle, if you have 2 talent points here, for my level 42 character, means that I'm going to apply a Serpent Sting that does 116 points of damage, which is, that's like, it's like an extra Raptor Strike, maybe, and it's always going to do it, right? It says your Mongoose Bite and triggered fire traps now apply your high. So it's like doubling the damage of your Mongoose. It's more than doubling the damage of your Mongoose Bite, because every time you use that, you're gonna have this poison, and it ignores resistances. So it's like people can't have like poison resist or something up or something. So that's super like crazy strong. Okay. And then you have Planning Ahead. This talent feels really fun. I like this one a lot because what this one is, it says the duration of your freezing frost traps effects on the, and it says the duration of freezing and frost trap effects and the damage of immolation explosive traps are increased by 25% if the traps have not been triggered within the first 5 seconds of being placed. So it's exactly what it says, planning ahead. You're going to put down a trap. And so one thing that I would definitely like to do is have like a weak aura, just that tracks this. So every time you drop a trap, there's like a little countdown on like a weak aura. That would be really useful. So you know exactly when that trap's going to be at its most potent. But this is a pretty interesting ability, so definitely probably pick that one up. And then we're going to go ahead and grab 5 out of 5 here. And Stinging Nettle, of course. And we don't care about improved Feign Death. Of course, we want we want Sure-Footed because we're going to want the hit rate. Rapid Strikes is automatic. Says your rapid fire ability now also increases your melee attack speed. So I'm a melee hunter, so I won't be really using ranged abilities at all unless I allow myself to use Serpent Sting. But since Stinging Nettle applies Serpent Sting, that's kind of interesting though. What if I apply Serpent Sting with my bow, then go in and Raptor Strike, or then go in, I'm sorry, and Mongoose Bite? Am I going to have double Serpent Sting on the target then? Because it sounds like I am, because it says it applies your highest rank of Serpent Sting. So we're going to have to test this out, right? Here, let's test it out right now. Let's test this out. Okay, because I'm sure my character's talents have been reset. So we're going to go in here. We're going to go Swift Reflexes. And 3, 2, 2, and 1. Okay, we're going to grab... Carve. We may not even need Carve, to be honest, but let's go ahead and grab Deterrence. Let's grab Planning Ahead because it seems like it could be fun. We still have 13 points left. Let's do Resourcefulness. I mean, we'll grab Carve, but I don't know how much we're going to use this. Carve. We're going to grab Stinging Nettle. Okay, so we have Stinging Nettle, right? Now we need to go somewhere. And this is slow now. I don't even know where my abilities are. This character I haven't set up the bars yet, unfortunately. Let's just make sure that we have... What time is it? I need to get to bed pretty soon. Okay, we got a little bit of time. Let's grab Serpent Sting. We're just going to put that here, and let's grab Aspect of the Cheetah. Turn that on. Okay, we're level 42, so we got to go to somewhere where we can kill some mobs that are... What's the closest place? Let's see if we've got the flight path to... I don't want to get myself killed because this character is not configured, so let's just go to... We'll live where the mobs in Netherguard Keep, Darkshire. We should just be able to... Duskwood should be high enough. We're just going to test this out. So, yeah, so I mean, obviously this is going to be super incredibly powerful. We're going to grab that. We're going to grab Killer Instinct because it's just straight up crit. It also increases the Critical strike damage bonus by 20%, which is, again, insanely strong. Then we're going to grab vicious strikes. Again, we're increasing damage of our 2 main melee abilities, which so it's an automatic gimme. Go one here. We can't get Untamed Trapper at level. Let's see, lightning reflexes. Oh, what do we do? We have to. Oh, we have to get 3 out of Trap Mastery. Okay, let's just do this. Hey, Ashley, what's up? How you doing? We're just looking at this turtle WoW. Sorry about my. I was streaming Classic WoW, but Sam came in and he's been asking me about turtle WoW, so we kind of took a break from Classic WoW just really quickly to look at some of the changes in turtle WoW for the melee hunter, which I love melee hunter. So we have to go into Trap Mastery, right? Which is awesome. Increase the duration of freezing and frost traps and the damage of immolation explodes. So we're gonna grab that, and that's gonna give us Untamed Trapper. Let's go take 1 point out of here if we can. So at level 42, we're gonna already have. So now we can drop traps while in combat. So this talent tree for melee hunter and turtle WoW is like crazy powerful. Like, I mean, like you're gonna be like insanely powerful. And you got to take it into account trying to optimize, like, because again, your best gear is probably going to be dual flurry axes with dual crusader, because the 200 attack power that you can proc. It's just you really can't beat that. I don't know what pet I have right now. What do we got? So we've got we got my good old trusty friend Hopper, right? Let's go ahead and unlock this frame and put it down here. And unlock this frame. We're going to put it over. Let's just put this here and this here. Did I turn my sound off or something? I think I did, didn't I? Yeah. Okay, and so we're just gonna try out this talent that we picked up. You just started here. M plus journey, and I've had M. What is M plus? Like Mythic plus? I don't know anything about Mythic plus, if that's what you're talking about. I don't do any like high level rating. Yeah, I don't know anything about Mythic plus. You're talking like retail WoW? Here, let me go to my keybinds. Yeah, sorry, I probably wouldn't be able to help you much there. Let's go to key bindings and we'll put character specific. These might, yeah, it looks like these are going to be the ones I changed from earlier, I think. Let's look for pet attack. Okay, let's just see if it's working. Okay, so what we're going to do is okay, pet's going. We're going to hit it with Serpent Sting, and then we're going to run in, and we're going to have to actually get my abilities here. So Mongoose Spite, Raptor Strike. Okay, let's take Mongoose Bite and let's put it here and the Raptor Strike. Actually, we got our macros, right? So we killed that mob in just seconds, right? We annihilated him. I don't think the core game is designed for that level of difficulty. You mean what, for Mythic Plus? Yeah, again, I don't know anything about Mythic Plus. Like, I play retail WoW sometimes, but I do mostly PvP. I don't really do a lot of like see, we don't have the macros. Let's try something. So yeah, I'm sorry, I don't really know much about Mythic Plus. Let's go to, let's see, hopefully this stores macros per class. Let's go to, was it Shurl? No? Oh, here, macros. Let's take a look. Yeah, see, it doesn't even store them. Yes, it does. Okay, so let's go macros, copy. Actually, let's copy all this. Layout, bindings, all this stuff. Oh, actually, let's not do bindings. I don't want to accidentally overwrite that if that's not if that's not correct. Go to Shadymoon. Place files. You do not believe in PvP plus RPG? Yeah, I do, like, most of the stuff I do with this character. Most stuff I do on my channel right now is just different types of, like, I play around with different types of, like, goals that I set for myself. Like, I'm leveling a gray gear only warrior in classic WoW, or I have to and hardcore, like in hardcore classic WoW, or I have to level from 0 to 60 wearing just gray gear, which is really challenging actually, but it's fun. All right, so that worked. So now we've got carve. Okay, so carve I think I put on the S key, so my keybinds aren't correct though. It looks like let's go ahead and take over those keybinds then and see if it fixes these things. Let's go to bindings. You know what? Let's just do all this. Let's copy this. Shadymoon. Place. Okay, we're gonna reload. Excuse me. Okay. Yes, keybinds are now up to date. Okay, so we got. All right, so let's go macros. All right, so we've got carve. That's here. This. Don't need this. We're gonna go. See attacks. Gonna go here. Already there. It's fine. Okay, shit. We're not going to use that. Oh, we do have aspect to the wolf. We can. Okay, that's cool. And let's see. This would be Shift C. Worry about that later. Control C. Trap. Trap. Do pet attack should be here. This one. Pet growl. This is pet growl off. What is this, volley? Oh, okay, volley. We can leave that there. And pet follow. Raptor strike, or sorry, mongoose bite. Where's Raptor strike? Raptor strike's going to go here. Did I update this one? Okay, we did. Yeah, cast mongoose bite, cast Raptor strike. Okay. Defense mean are equal, like Street Fighter, like something. Yeah. PvP is not balanced. It's never been balanced. It's kind of a problem for a lot of MMOs, to be honest. Most MMOs aren't really balanced well for PvP, but some of them are at least better than others. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't play League of Legends. Too toxic. The environment's too toxic. So, all right. So what we were trying to test out was this talent, right? So when we went into survival here, you could see that Stinging Nettle says that Mongoose Bite is going to trigger and traps are going to trigger Cerbicine. Now it says triggered fire traps. So let's just do an immolation trap, right? We're going to send our pet in, and we're just going to bring this mob back over the fire trap, right? Because we want to see if it automatically applies Serpent Sting, right? And you can see it did, right? So now this mob has Serpent Sting. But the question is, can I now hit the mob with another Serpent Sting? And it doesn't look like it. It looks like what happens is... It looks like my Serpent Sting just overwrites the other one, because my Serpent Sting is going to be longer anyway. So yeah, so we've got that. We're still missing a few things. Start attack. This one here. And I can't remember, do we... Yeah, we need this. And... Oh, pet defensive. Pet aggressive. Feed pet. And Shadow Mel, don't need... What's this? Oh, mark attack. What's that? Alright, so aspect will increases melee attack power by 20. So I just these new talents for the melee hunter and turtle wow are just they're off the hook. They're so crazy. Let's see if we can kill Stalvin here. Is he up here? So Stalvin's level 32. Watch as I probably just annihilate him. 124 damage. Oh. 250 crit with Raptor Strike. So we did pretty much annihilate him. We took no damage. No damage. Anyway, so yeah, so I was curious about the Serpent Sting, and we saw that Serpent Sting will just overwrite the one that's applied from your trap. So that's cool. So what else do we got? So we didn't finish out our talent tree, right? So if we go here, yeah, let's finish out our talent tree really quickly. So, okay, we're gonna go with hit rating, right? We're gonna go with rapid strikes. I've played Turtle WoW for years, like on and off. I played Turtle WoW, going back 5 years ago. So I was playing Turtle WoW when there was only like an active population of like 100 people. So I'm very familiar with Turtle WoW, and I love Turtle WoW. I think the one thing I'm seeing, and I was just talking to Sam about it, the one thing I'm seeing with the current talent trees is I'm not really happy with some of the stuff they're doing, because I think they're making the classes too powerful, and so it's power creep. And I think this is something that's really common in private server stuff. If you look at something like Ascension WoW, it's ridiculous how powerful characters are. The problem with it is the characters become so powerful that they trivialize the content. The content becomes trivial, and like looking at the warrior talent tree changes here in Turtle WoW, and the warriors now have the ability to heal themselves, which I've never been a fan of. I've never been a fan of classes that aren't healers healing. I've never been a fan of that, and I don't like it. Like I think I'm old school. Like I came from Dungeons and Dragons in the 80s, because I'm older, and so I'm a fan of class identity. And class identity means that if you have a role as a healer, that's that's what you're good at. That's what people depend on you for. So what makes you important is that you're a healer. You provide heals. So if classes like warriors and hunters start having self-healing, it makes healers less required, right? I mean, you're still going to be required for dungeons, but there's going to be a lot of other ways in the game where maybe you're doing like an elite quest, you're doing challenging quests, where now that you've got all this self-healing, you don't even need help from other people. And the more things you do that require players in an MMO to not rely on other players, it hurts the game, right? It hurts the game. Well, the solo player is always going to exist. You don't need to help them. Like we don't need to help, right? I mean, these changes they're making in Turtle WoW that add self-healing to classes, they're not required. I mean, solo players could already solo. You know what I mean? The content's not that difficult, so it's not necessary, right? There's no need to give solo players more ability to solo, because you're basically the solo players are too stupid to understand, to be honest. And I like to play solo too, but I mean, let's face it, most people don't get it. They don't. Like, they think they do, but they don't. You think you do, but you don't. Like, you're hurting your overall... Because what happens is, and a perfect example of this is when a new MMO comes out, right? Like, a brand new MMO comes out. What's one of the things that makes a new MMO fun, right? One of the things that makes a new MMO fun is that everything's new. It's fresh. You have to figure stuff out. Well, what happens when you have to figure something out? Especially if you go back to like the 2000s, where we didn't imagine there's no internet. Imagine a new MMO comes out, the internet doesn't exist. So you're trying to figure it out. You have to figure out in game. You have to play the game to figure out how to do stuff. How do I tame my pet? How do I learn my skills? How do I complete this quest that I've never done before? So what are you going to do in the game if you can't figure it out? You're going to ask other people, right? Because that's your only avenue. Right? So if you're going to ask other people, what does that mean? You're not going to be a dick about it. You're not going to be like, hey, idiot, can you help me with this quest, you douchebag? No, of course you're not going to be like that. You're going to be kissing their ass. You're going to be nice. You're going to be friendly. And if they help you, guess what? You foster good, that person's fostered good enmity towards you. And now you're like, oh, thank you for helping me. Now I'm going to maybe add that person on my friends list because they knew something I didn't know and they helped me and they were nice. Guess what? I made an in-game friend, right? Okay. But what happens if you increase the power of solo play? What happens if you keep adding heals to warriors and adding heals to hunters, right? Then you know, if you're doing like a hard quest and you don't have those heals, you might have to ask people, hey, maybe I can get a group, some people to help me do this. Again, if you get a group, what happens? You're not being a dick to those people because they're not going to group with you if you're an asshole. So you're nice. And guess what happens if you're nice? Then they're nice. And two people being nice, guess what happens? You make friends usually. So the changes that they make to these games, and this happens to almost every MMO. This is a problem with every single MMO. You know what I mean? Yeah, well, yeah, of course. There's the extreme, but remember, I'm talking about World of Warcraft. Well, I'm talking about Turtle WoW. You know, the content in WoW and Classic WoW is not difficult. This is not EverQuest. I'm talking about WoW. Like, yeah, if you're talking about something like hard, and you're talking, plus you're talking to somebody who loves hardcore. I love hard. I love difficulty. Like the MMO I would create would be so fucking difficult, most people wouldn't play it because I like a challenge. I like difficult content. That's the way I like to play MMOs. I liked Lineage 2. I liked equipping a bunch of soul shots and equipping a bunch of speed potions, going into town and asking somebody to give me a bunch of buffs, and then running out into the world, finding a bunch of wyverns and with my spell howler and just sitting there for 8 hours straight killing just those mobs all by myself for 8 hours. I enjoyed it. It's fun. It's therapeutic. But a lot of people aren't like that. A lot of people don't want to spend 8 hours. And what happens if some assassin comes up and backstabs me and kills me? So let's say I spend an hour killing mobs and I gain 0.8%, like I gain like 10% on my level. 10%. So I play 8 hours and I'm level 30, and after 10 hours I'm 30.1, right? So I'm like 10% towards level 31. And then somebody comes up and PvPs me and kills me, and I lose like, 0.08%. So like 80% of the effort, 80% of the progress I made is gone in an instant when somebody killed me. That's brutal, right? That's so brutal. I spent 8 hours playing the game, and I've only got 2 hours worth of playtime I've only got 2 hours worth of progress because somebody PvP'd me, PK'd me. That's the way Lineage 2 was. It was brutal, and I was fine with it. I mean, eventually it made me quit the game, but I mean, it is what it is. But I'm good with difficulty, But let's get back to what I was talking about. What I was talking about is, all I'm trying to say is I'm not really on board with changes that give classes in Turtle WoW healing. I don't really agree that that's a good way to do it. I think what Turtle WoW really started out as is kind of like Classic Plus. Turtle WoW started as this idea of we're going to take Vanilla WoW and we're going to add content to Vanilla WoW. We're going to basically just keep we want to keep the soul of Classic WoW. We want to keep the soul of Vanilla without having to add an expansion. We just want to add new content and new things to Vanilla WoW to make it to kind of add to that, to what Vanilla WoW was, which is a really cool MMO. It wasn't super hardcore or anything like that. And in the beginning, that's what they did. They added like the high elves, they added the goblins, they added new zones, which are really great zones. I love them. Some of the zones they've added in Turtle WoW are fantastic. If you go here and you go to Tearswell Glades, there's this whole Whispering Forest, which I think is one of the coolest freaking zones in all of Turtle WoW. I love Whispering Forest. If you go to the wetlands, there's a whole zone up here with Dunagroth and Hawk's Vigil, which is all brand new. All these things are cool, but they don't change the landscape of the game. They just make the game more fun. They're just adding content to the game that's not really... Now they did increase some of the rewards of some of these quests so that they're a little bit better, right? Because let's face it, when you play Vanilla WoW from the 1.12 client, the original game, the gear that you got from quest rewards wasn't really that good, right? Like if you're like level 15 and you did a quest and they gave you like a sword, I mean, it was probably about maybe as good as like a sword you'd get off a level 12 mob that just happened to drop a sword. It's not like it was any better. So the quest rewards were a little bit on the weak side. And Turtle WoW they definitely changed that with a custom Turtle WoW quest to give you better rewards, which I think was probably a good change, to be honest. But again, like I'm not on board with some of these healing things they're doing. So to me, what they should be doing with the talent trees is making just making them better. You know, fixing the problems that Vanilla WoW had, and they did fix that. Like the paladins, you know, didn't really have enough abilities. Like you basically were auto attacking and doing a judgment every like so many seconds. You didn't have a taunt, and that was basically all you did. I mean, you're auto attacking your way to like level 35, pretty much. You're basically like, yeah, refreshing your seal, judging, and auto attacking, and which is a pretty boring playstyle. So, and then there's, you know, druids have some issues in vanilla WoW. Warriors really not so much. I think this change was a good change. I think putting tactical mastery in the first tier is a really good change because it gives warriors access to stance dancing at a much earlier time, which I think is great. But so, you know, but then like looking at the melee hunters, which is what we're looking at here, these changes are going to make melee hunter insanely powerful. Like they're going to be insanely powerful. Wow. And I didn't play Elden Ring that much. I don't play a lot of Souls games. Anyway, I need to get to bed. It's late. It's like 7 in the morning, so we'll play around with this later today when I get off work. Yeah, I played Elden Ring a little bit, but I don't play Souls games that much. So I loved Elden Ring. I loved the world. I loved the regular battles, but the boss fights I thought were kind of silly because they always felt like and I don't know if this is the way that like Dark Souls games are, but in Elden Ring it always felt like you like it felt like the boss fights were just finding the cheese mechanic, like the one cheesy thing you could do, and you just rinse and repeat, and you do it over and over again to kill the boss. And I always thought that felt a little. And I'm sure it wasn't always like that, but it felt a little kind of hokey. But the game was really cool. You know, like the world was really cool. Um, it was a beautiful world. Let me finish out this tree. So we're gonna grab rapid strikes. Okay, how much time we got? 12 talent points. We're gonna want trap mastery. And we're gonna grab killer instinct. We're gonna grab vicious strikes. This requires 30 points. How many we got? 27. Let's go. What is this? Agility. Let's grab agility. Increases your agility, increase your yeah. Let's go agility first. We got 5. Okay, we're gonna grab this. We got 2 left. Let's go ahead and max out crit. Yeah. But with WoW, I dropped Classic because the RNG of percents and the chance just ruined it for you. I'm not sure what you mean by the RNG of because of the RNG of percents and chances. I think, yeah, like I'm not. Holy crap! Look at my inventory. What the f?
Light be with you.
We got a serious issue with this inventory, guys. I don't even hear it. Green Hills is starting to thorn. Yeah, this inventory is a disaster. It really is. Can I use the mailbox on this character? This is a hardcore character, but I think hardcore can use the mail, right? Yeah. So we'll have to create some bankers. Oh wait, we don't even need a banker. We got this, right? Oh, my bank's just as full as my bags are. Holy moly. Alright, we'll have to deal with this later. I need some bankers, obviously, which we don't really have any. Here, we got Shyborn. She could be a banker. She's sitting in Stormwind. But actually, I'm looking forward. Actually, there's a couple things I'm looking forward to. Let's see. I think one of the biggest things with World of Warcraft, no matter what version of WoW it is I've played WoW so long, I'm kind of burned out on World of Warcraft. So, so you're probably going to see me playing different games really soon on my YouTube channel. Like I'll still play WoW games, of course, but I won't be playing them as much. Wow, is that it? I've got 2 bags. Stupid questy thing here. Let's do this. Add-ons. Where's Let me try something really quick. I want to change add-ons just for this character. Just for, what is this character's name? Q Shyborn? I don't want any of these. We'll keep moving anything. Do I have postal? I guess I don't. So we don't have a mail add-on? But,
How are you?
let's see, what do I have? Okay, so we've got a tiny bit of room in my bank, but very, very little. Okay, we'll deal with this later. So, close that. Let's close this. Let's check. I want to check out Nova really quick. Announcements. Game client is now available. Sweet. We're gonna set this up. And where is the Ion English? No, creator channel.
Hello there.
Here it is, English. How come I don't see? I don't know which faction I'm going to go yet. I posted this channel. Did I post in? But I don't see where I don't see my post, which kind of is pissing me off. Rules, announcements, support. Oh, well, anyways. But yeah, probably going to play some Ion too. We got the Ion beta for private server, which is, let's see, Ion. Going to game folder. We're going to set this up. Probably play some Ion too coming up. Anyways, I got to go. Too bad. You guys have a good one. So we will be playing maybe a little bit of Turtle WoW, but most likely I'm still working on leveling my Grey Gear Warrior to 60. And then we've got a bunch of games coming up. We got Monster Hunter Wilds coming up here in a few weeks. You know, we got Kingdom Come Deliverance came out, but I'm probably not going to play that because, I don't know. We'll see. But anyways, I'll catch you guys there. Have a good one, everybody. Peace out.